friends. So it is currently Saturday morning, 10 a.m. and I am in my favorite place in the cafeteria. I swear to God, you guys, if I'm not saving lives, you can always find me in the cafeteria. So just for the record. But anyway, it's a great day so far. As you know, I'm on my acting internship, a 4-week rotation where I am basically serving as a resident. So a lot more responsibility, a lot more work, and I work 6 days a week. So this weekend is a little bit different in that I'm going to be working both Saturday and Sunday because on the weekends, hospitals are typically shorter staffed. So as a student, we're more helpful sometimes when the teams are smaller and when there's not as many people here. So I'm more useful on a Saturday and Sunday than I am during the week when the entire team is here. So that is why this weekend I will be coming in today on Saturday and tomorrow on Sunday, and my off day is going to be Monday. So super cool, nice little change. I'm only on this rotation for another 2 weeks, so if I have to work 2 weekends, then so be it, you know? So yeah, the day is going good so far. We're gonna go ahead and get it started. Like I said, we're a smaller team on the weekends, less patients. But with that, it's like, you know, hopefully there's no emergencies or anything because I'm not a doctor yet, but it's a good day. So let's see how it goes and you guys can join me. Let's go. Hematuria, so this is blood in the urine. A new baby was born. Woo! That's what that means. We love to see it. You guys, I just went on a scavenger hunt for my patient. My patient wants Boost, so these little dietary drinks to help get your calories and whatnot. And she doesn't want the rich chocolate because it's too rich, but she doesn't like vanilla, so she wants regular chocolate. I went on a scavenger hunt around this hospital trying to find regular chocolate Boost. They do not have it, so she's gonna have a decision to make here. I went on a scavenger hunt for you. I was Dora the Explorer. Another one. A lot of pandemic babies are being born. Good morning, guys. So I have had the last 2 days off, which makes today really difficult because most of the patients are new to me at least. So that requires a lot more work as far as figuring out their story. Why are they here? What have we done already? And all of that. So I'm kind of like catching up to speed, which takes a lot more time than a normal day where I'm familiar with all the patients. So I'm just going to review some charts right now, pick up my new patients, and then go see them all. There is one patient, however, that I am familiar with and I've been following since she came last week. I thought she would be gone over the last 2 days while I was out, but she is still here, so I'll have to check up on her as well. You just wanted to be here when I got back, huh? All right, guys, so here I am in the storage room, and sometimes I come in here and grab materials or supplies that my patients need or the nurses need, try to be helpful. So here is a Foley kit. If you guys do not know what a Foley or a Foley catheter is, it is a tube that we insert into the bladder to drain the bladder. It stays in there. It could stay in for days on end to drain the bladder into like a jug. So a Foley catheter is used for individuals who can't drain their own bladder, who are backed up, who are retaining urine in some way for some reason to get that out of their bladder so they don't bust, essentially. So one of my patients need a Foley catheter put in because his bladder is not draining and the nurse is very busy. So I'm getting all the materials together. I'm going to try to help her out by doing it myself and have her just watch me do it. So these are ways in which we can be helpful to the nurses and the other staff taking care of our patients while simultaneously getting done the work we need to be done. Instead of me sitting and waiting for my patient's bladder to be emptied by a busy nurse, why don't I just do it? So these are opportunities that we have as medical students to involve ourselves and learn more skills and do things that directly help our patients. That's why it's helpful to involve the experts, because look how much urine came out. Wow. So if you guys have watched my vlogs before, you see that there's a lot of great aspects of being in medicine and being a med student. You see the cool stuff, the, once in a lifetime stuff. You get to be a student and learn and, absorb everything and be in the moment. But please don't get it confused. There are plenty of bad days, you guys. There's plenty of down moments, there's plenty of hard times and lows as a medical student, and today for me was one of those days. It was extremely stressful. I was busy, I was carrying too many patients, and I just was not able to handle the load, and I got overwhelmed. So the thing about being in the clinical years of med school is that you're actually seeing patients, writing notes, having to understand and apply the medicine that you've learned from the book, which is a completely different, ball game than just being able to go into a test and select an answer choice out of 4 choices. You actually have to know what you're doing. So as you guys know, I'm on my acting internship. I'm carrying a lot of responsibility. I'm taking care of patients, having to present patients, writing notes, doing all of these things as an intern would. And for the first few weeks, it was manageable because I was being efficient. I was knowing what's going on with my patients and all of that, which is good. That's what you want to do. But this week we switched attendings, and the new boss doctor in charge is very academic. So they want to know, what do you think about what's going on? They want you to be able to articulate your plan, what's happening and why. What are you doing? Why are you doing that? Why did you start that medication over the other options? All of the ins and outs, whereas other attendings might just want to know the big picture things. They just want to know, all right, what's the big picture? Are they stable? Are they going to be discharged, whatnot? So every attending's different, and there's a learning curve with that. So this week has been a lot more challenging for me because the new attending wants me to be able to articulate what's happening with my patients and why certain decisions were made. And that's not necessarily what I've been doing for the last few weeks in this level of detail. So this morning I had 4 patients. I've been carrying a lot of patients over the last few weeks, and while other attendings, what I was doing may have worked, they only wanted to know certain details, so I got accustomed to that and was doing that well. This attending asked so much more of me that I was not expecting, and it was very overwhelming, and I felt underprepared. I felt unknowledgeable of what I was talking about. I felt as though, I just wasn't a good medical student. I feel like, I always tell you guys that we have one job, and that's to know our patients and know what's going on and why we do certain things. And I failed at that today. I was presenting a patient and literally essentially didn't know what I was talking about, you guys. Like, I thought I did. I thought I knew what was going on, but I didn't talk to my resident, and a lot of stuff got, fell through the cracks from my end. And I essentially didn't know what was happening with my patient, and I looked stupid, you guys. Like, I looked so underprepared, unknowledgeable of what was happening with my patient, and it was very overwhelming, and I got very emotional and literally had to run into the bathroom to cry at one point because I just felt like I dropped the ball. And so it's just been a very emotional day for me, and I'm aware of that, and I know that these days happen and it's okay, and tomorrow I will come back stronger. But it was a hard day, you guys, and these are the types of days that we have in medicine, and they're gonna happen, and we just have to be resilient and get back up the next day and not make the same mistakes or not fall down the same flight of stairs. So it was a hard day. I'm about to go eat some chocolate and eat some comfort food and then go look up syncope, because that is what the patient had today, and I just didn't know, how to describe why syncope happens. I had a brain fart, and I was just like, what the heck? So it's okay. I'm already feeling better, but I just wanted to let you guys know that I know I highlight the fun stuff, in these vlogs. I know I highlight, the exciting aspects of being a medical student, but please don't get confused that there are plenty of hard days. There are plenty of days where you cry, where you feel like you failed, and those will happen, and you will get past those days as well. So this is just a testimony that, medical school is hard, you guys, and you're going to have good days and bad days, but don't let the bad days, define you. So we'll come back stronger tomorrow. See you guys. Good morning, friends. So it is Saturday morning, bright and early, 6:15 a.m. You can still see that sunrise behind us. Already a better start to the day. especially after the fiasco that was yesterday and me being totally unprepared, not knowing what's going on with my patients, being overwhelmed with the amount of work I was doing, and eventually it catching up to me, and not being able to have the time to see all the patients I was carrying. And I had a terrible presentation. I got pretty much slaughtered for my patient presentation by the attending doctor. So it was just a disaster, but I'm in much better spirits today. Going to make today a good day. A lot of, how you feel from day to day, especially in medicine, when you're constantly being challenged and you're constantly experiencing obstacles, is your attitude and how you handle it, your outlook on life and on, what you're going through. So for me, I definitely was emotional yesterday. It was a hard day. It was a very challenging day for me because I had been going so good for so long, and then yesterday it kind of just hit me in the face. So all that to say, I'm feeling much better today. When you have a failure, you just bounce back even stronger. So today I'm coming in earlier, making sure that I'm going to review all of my patients thoroughly, ask the residents questions before the attending, comes for rounds, and make sure I know what I'm talking about, because at the end of the day, I am responsible for myself. I'm responsible for, my learning and my education, and I just want to make sure that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do as I preach. So off to a good start today, you guys. I'll check in a bit. It's always so interesting, you guys, to go from weekdays to weekends, because as you can see, there's no one here on the weekends. Alright guys, so when we are concerned about our patients retaining urine in their bladder and they're not using the bathroom, we do something called a bladder scan, which basically is ultrasound. We look in the bladder, see how much urine is in there. And if it's more than what they're supposed to have normally, then we call it retaining urine. And that basically means that they might be obstructed, they might have problems initiating urine, something like that. So we treat them after that. Here is the bladder scanner. This is the probe we're going to use, some gel, and we are going to scan the bladder. So 84 milliliters of urine in there?
Only that. That's okay. Normal.
You guys, today is such a better day. And this is why I said attitude is everything. So I came in early, made sure I was on my A game, knew everything about my patients, was ready to present. I'm working this weekend with the boss doctor who I'm familiar with. So he's super cool, super friendly. So that kind of made it even less stressful. So had great presentations, went to see the patients. Now it's noon, I'm already getting ready to go to lunch. So it's a good day. So the moral of that story is that you are going to have bad days in medicine. It's inevitable, but you cannot let those bad days get you down and break your spirit. So just know that there are good days coming, and you are who you are. You're here for a reason. So remember that when you have those bad days and you question whether or not you're ready, whether or not you're smart enough, whether or not you can do this, you absolutely can. Otherwise, you would not have made it this far. So remember that. I'm free, you guys. My Saturday is over. It's 2:30. It pays to come in early, get your work done early, to do a good job, and to get home early. Definitely a much better day than yesterday, you guys. When rain showers come, there are going to be flowers that blossom after. So today was my flower of a blossom. Much better day. So let's just keep it going. Good morning, friends. So it is the last week of my acting internship, you guys, and I am so glad to be done. I have loved my time on my acting internship, on internal medicine, especially on the cardiology team, but it has been a lot of work. I am very tired. It's been a long month, so I'm ready. So anytime I go down to the ED, you guys, I put on an N95 mask. longest month of my life, you guys. I'm literally running out of this hospital. Freedom! I'm on the quest for freedom. Let's go. We made it! We made it! Oh my God, I'm running right home. I'm going to sleep. I'm gonna go eat. I'm gonna go do something else. All right, you guys, so in all seriousness, I do want to kind of recap my 4-week acting internship on internal medicine, specifically the telemetry team, which is the inpatient cardiology team. It has been a wild ride, you guys. These past 4 weeks were some of the most difficult, tiring, emotional times of my medical school career. So a few major takeaways. Number one, medicine is very much so a team sport, you guys. It is team-based. You work on a team. You do not do anything alone in medicine. So you really have to get good at your communication skills and being a member of the team and helping other people and, you know, just really being in communication with your team in order to make patient care run smoothly. So it's team-based. Do not think that you are going to come into medicine, into medical school, into residency and do everything alone and just be the head honcho. Everything is team-based. Number two, be ready to fail, you guys. You are going to have good days and bad days, and the bad days will really discourage you and really get you down and make you question your intelligence, you know, how far you've come, whether you're cut out for this. And you need that confidence, you need the reassurance to be like, I'm here for a reason, and to keep going the next day and the next day and the next day. So don't think that this is a career in which you are going to have a smooth sailing type of training and type of journey. It is not like that, and you will be, you know, faced with obstacles and highs and lows, and just do not ever let the lows overcome the highs. And lastly, always be willing to learn, you guys. We are lifelong learners in medicine. No matter what part of the journey you are at, there's always something to learn. So do not think that you know it all at whatever stage you are at, or that there's nothing that can be taught at the level you are at, because there's always something we do not know in this field. So be open to learn, be open to fail and learn, be open to feedback and constructive criticism from your superiors or your peers without taking things personally. It was through some of my, you know, lowest of lows and my obstacles and my failures that I learned the most medicine and the most about being a good doctor. So I just wanted to share that overall, I am so grateful for my acting internship, the 4 weeks on the cardiology team that I've had. I learned so much, not only about cardiology, but about caring for patients, what a good doctor looks like and how they treat their patients, what kind of doctor I want to be and what kind of care I want to give my patients. And all of that is so valuable, especially as I move into this next stage of finishing my last year of medical school and eventually becoming a resident next year, which is crazy. Like, I do not know where the time has gone. So I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. I hope you saw a little bit of, you know, what it's like to be an acting intern. I hope that I shed a little bit of light on cardiology and what it's like to manage patients with heart conditions and all of that. So give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed. Be sure you guys hit that subscribe button and tune in for the latest content. Love you, family. Be safe, be well. See you next time.